What's up guys, it's Roger, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing off two of my favorite guns. Now, I showed this combo off the other day, and this is what I used in trials this last weekend. So, I'll link the video to that in the description if you want to watch it after this one. Let me show you what build we're working with. Alright, so, here's what we're working with. The star of the show is going to be this igneous hammer. I've been loving this thing recently, and I have a pretty good roll. So I have quick draw and elemental capacitor. With elemental capacitor, we're going to get increased stability, and I already have pretty good stability on this thing. I do have a reload speed masterwork. That has one downside of 120 hand cannons. They're pretty slow to reload, so that's nice to have. Along with that, I have light mag and hammer forge. You know, that gives us some extra range, so we can really just gun down lanes so easily. And that's my favorite thing to do with these 120s, and especially this igneous hammer, is just fire down lanes. And you can even face off with things like pulse rifles. Sometimes it's incredible. Now it does have quick draw, which is what our shotgun that we're using today has as well. It has quick draw and opening shot. Now I love this roll. I've been using it for a bit now. I have a handling masterwork here, so this thing pulls out incredibly fast. And when both your guns have quick draw, you can really just keep swapping so fast. And the next best thing is you don't need a dexterity mods because they both have quick draw. So why do you need dexterity? You don't need that extra movement speed or the handling speed to pull stuff out. So I use a hand cannon loader just to really help with that reload speed of the hand cannon. Like I said, that's one of its biggest drawbacks. On top of that, I have a hand cannon targeting, and then a shotgun ammo finders for a little bit of extra ammo, and then I have an unflinching for both of them, and then I have my other little mods here. You can go ahead and take a look. I do want to do a dedicated stat video soon and tell you guys exactly what stats I'm running and why, but that's not right now. And then with all that, I am running middle tree just because I love Nova Warp a bunch, and I have action bolts on, of course, because they are really good right now. I think there's basically no reason not to use them unless you would have fun with something else, because scatter nades are pretty fun, I will admit, but action are really good. So that's what we're working with, and without further ado, let's jump into some of the gameplay. So the great thing about these 180s and this igneous hammer is the range on it. Unfortunately, people like that are going to rush you sometimes, but that's okay. You can take the shots at them. And it's 50 to body and about 80 to the head when they're at the range they should be, when you're in a good range of them. If you get further, then you can still do something like 67 to the head, so it's still great damage. I was going in here and just kind of blinking in, trying to get some good plays, and I got quite a few kills before I finally die here. Now, in this match, I spawned in a little late, but that was okay. I saw this guy in front of me. Unfortunately, my axiom was out of range, but his little head peeked up, so I knocked his head off right there. 81 damage to the head, pretty good. I was using my radar here, and I saw this guy was coming up, so I knew I could get the jump on him with blink. As the match just started, so he didn't know there was a blink user in the match yet, so you can really get the jump on them if they're not looking yet. Now, here I was trying to capture this spawn, and you can see those nice 3 taps, and why I love the quick draw with these things is you can switch to your shotgun really quick like this, and just take this guy out, switch back to your igneous hammer that fast, and boom, now I'm ready to shoot this next guy. So this quick draw on both weapons is just insanely satisfying, and I love to have it, especially when you're in tight quarters. It's really nice. Now in this play I was kind of stuck in the spawn here, so I threw an axion out to kind of feel around, see if that would tag anybody, but nobody was in range of it. Now I went in a little aggressive, and I didn't have any shotgun ammo, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to use my Nova Warp. I happen to get a 2-piece here, which heal me to full health. If you don't know, your Nova Warp does give you a little heal when you get a kill with it. I used really good movement, got up to next guy, and this guy actually popped his Storm Trance on me, but I did a charged ult and then a tiny part of the ult, and I was able to take him out straight out of his Storm Trance, so that was really nice. So it should be noted too that if you have charge with light, you can hit incredibly hard. I just hit 96 with that guy's head. I've hit over 100 damage with one shot to the head before when I had charge with light on. It can be insane. With some nice blinks, I did a nice forward blink here, got up on this guy before he even noticed me, took him out, saw this guy down lane on my radar here, hit a nice triple tap on him, took him out, and I was going to do a nice blink behind this guy and take him out with a shotgun, but my teammate had a really nice grenade on the wall, so I didn't even need to do that. Now this next play I wanted to show you guys because it's absolutely insane to me. I popped my Nova Warp here because I saw some enemies on the radar over towards B and I wanted to go in. This Titan shoulder charges me and knocks me out of it completely. It's insane to me. Now in this play I saw some guys on A here with my radar, and I decided just to go in with the shotgun because I like to be aggressive. I took these 2 out really quickly, and this third guy ran up right when I got a bullet reloaded, so I was able to take these guys out and turn them into ground beef real fast. Now I have a great Nova Warp play here. I come up these stairs, I see these guys, and I just decided to use my Nova Warp when I saw 2 of them instead of going for a shotgun play, because I assumed if I used my shotgun I might have just died. So if you think you might just die because there's 2 people in front of you, even if you have the extra ammo for it, it's okay to just use your Nova Warp, because that initial burst of damage that comes out when you pop your Nova Warp is really good, and it's a full damage burst. It's a full charged Nova Warp damage. So don't be afraid to just pop that on somebody. It's going to kill them. Now, I just wanted to capture the flag there, so I hid for a second, capped it, and I was in a really bad spot. So my goal was just to take people down with me, which fortunately I was able to go back in and get this guy before I was able to burn out into a sunspot, but it was still a really good play. Now here is just a really nice double piece I have with this Igneous, and you can see, you know, it's insane damage, and you can get those double pieces so easily. Now this is another play where I got really aggressive, because I just love going in with shotguns. Unfortunately my melee whip there, but I was able to do a really quick 2-shot here. Now this is why you want assault mag on your shotguns, because this is a slower shooting shotgun. With assault mag I can shoot a little faster, and that lets me take people out in situations like that. Now here I just wanted to fire down range, but unfortunately there wasn't really any enemies in the way, so I wasn't able to do that. I got some nice taps on him, but I was just like whiffing on him like crazy, so I decided just to blink in on him and hit him with a nice melee that blows him up. I saw his teammate come up on the radar, so I flicked over and was able to take him out even though he shield bashed me. Now here's a nice tip if you didn't know. Your Nova Warp can actually destroy a well of radiance and kill people in it. Now if they had shotguns or something, they probably would have killed me, but they were a little sloppy. So I blinked in, popped my Nova Warp, did a full charge Nova Warp attack, and then 2 quick ones where I didn't charge it all the way, and that was able to break the well of radiance and kill both guys inside. Got forward a little bit on those guys, took them out. I used a blink right there to get closer to this guy instead of using my shift, so that I could not use enough energy and be able to pop it one more time. And then unfortunately that guy took me out, but I got a really nice tear there. And I saw this guy in front of me and he was really low. I unfortunately hit my head on the roof here when I blinked, but it was okay. It actually got me to the ground faster, so it was completely fine with me. Now I saw people everywhere on this radar, so I was just going in seeing whatever kills I could get before I died, and I got quite a few. Still watching my radar here just to keep sure I know where they're coming from. I blinked over here and I accidentally blink popped myself up, but it ended up being okay because I was able to slide in the cover. Took him out really well with a nice opening shot attack. Took that heavy ammo and shot it down there, which actually did give me the assist on that guy, but unfortunately this man came up and got me. Now I have another Nova Warp play here, and it was pretty nice. This guy comes off, and he was in his arc staff, but I was able to pop, and that initial damage I got was enough to do a little dip pop of the Nova Warp and kill him. Now I got some nice heals off killing those guys with the Nova Warp. These guys popped a well of radiance down, but I just kept throwing attacks out, and I was actually able to turn around and hit him with the one shot and take him out. So when in doubt, just Nova Warp it out. Now in this little play I did grab power ammo here, which I don't often do, but sometimes I do. I just like to have the colony on because it does its work on its own, and I just like to shoot them in there and let it go off. And then I blinked up here with my shotgun out and took this guy out really easily. Now, in this next play, I was taking just a peek down here, hit 90 and 2 shots on him. You can see how low he is after those 2 headshots. I slid out of there really quickly, let that grenade go off, and then I was ready to re-engage. My teammate was here, which helped me take this guy out really quick, and then 3 quick shots, and that makes me a nice double piece. Now in this play I popped a rift down here and I looked to my left because I saw a bunch of people over there. I got slowed and I kind of lost my HUD a bit, but it was okay. I was able to shoot, take that guy out with 3 little taps to the head, and I saw this guy in front of me, got a nice opening shot, and then a melee on him. My charge melee in the middle tree Nova Warp will explode after a second when you melee them. So I shot that colony shot, was able to do 1 body and take this guy out. So really use that melee. Make sure you're remembering that charge melee. I got myself into a sticky situation here, but I was watching my radar like crazy. Saw the guys coming up on me at perfect times, and as soon as I saw they were really close on the radar, I turned wherever they were. So that's why I'm always saying it's so important to you. If you want to be a good player, you have to use your radar because it's going to make you 10 times better. Now again, if you're using your radar, you'll see right in front of me and up to my left, there's people all over here. So I went in with my blink, and then I started going off on them, because if you see them on your radar, they're going to see you, of course, too, so you need to be careful of that. But it's the same thing right here. I was watching on my radar, and as soon as I saw that little ping right there, I knew there's an enemy who was going to peek me in a second. I did the same thing. Went behind the wall, looked at my radar, saw the ping, and got ready for a gunfight. I did this one more time so I could secure myself a triple piece right here. Wait for the radar ping, and there it is, and then I got ready for the gunfight. He peeks me, I take 3 quick shots and take him out. Then unfortunately I died, but still, use your radar. Now at the beginning of this match, I got myself into a bad spot here, and actually messed up my blink. But I do end up salvaging this play quite a bit. With some good blink movement, I was able to juke my enemy out, land here, blink right back, and take his friend out, turn around, and smack him right before dropping down here and taking out this last guy with a trade. Later on in the match, I was in here. I love blinking at a toilet bowl right here. If you see them on your radar, just blink out, and like this guy, they're surprised it's all hell, and you just kill them. There was also this guy in front of me, way too focused on his peak, so I was able to take him out easily. Now in this play, I had just put a rift down and I was staring down mid. I decided to throw an axe down at them so I could do a little damage and maybe take them out, but then their teammates started pushing me here. So I blinked out really quickly, and then I decided I could go right back in, and with my opening shot, I just took him out very easily and smacked his friend as well. Starting into this next one, I was helping my teammate right here. I shot this guy a little bit and then was able to kill him with the hand cannon. This guy went in biz, but it's not very hard to see him, so I just took him out and made him look like a fool. And then I saw they were capping C, so I wanted to help my teammate and save that nice little 1 tap to the head there. And don't ever be afraid to challenge Titan shields because it's really not that scary. You'll probably win most of the time. Now the next two plays are pretty simple, but it's about seeing opportunities and going for it. I saw these guys just sitting around their spawn, so I went in and took them out. Unfortunately, before I got behind cover, their teammates shot me and took me out. Now this next play, again, seizing opportunities. I saw this guy hopping around on my radar, nice little one shot, and then I saw this guy, flinched him 3 times, and took him out before he could even shoot that sniper shot. Now I really want to emphasize how good this gun is for facing off with people. I was able to face off with that guy, but I saw his teammate jumped on me, so I blinked back really quick and got ready for the gunfight, which I was able just to 2-tap him and knock his skull cap off. Now I saw his buddy was still in mid on the radar, so I decided to slide in and take the fight with him, which I was able to easily kill him. Now this is the beginning of a different match, and I thought the enemy would be looking at me when I came around this corner, so I got ready for a fight, but they weren't, so it kind of caught me off guard. But I was able to take them out very easily, especially with that quick draw switching my shotgun while I was blinking. It's not a problem at all. And I got a free A flag about 30 seconds in. Now this match started and my teammate started going deep into the enemy spawn, so I decided to back him up. Got some nice headshots on that guy, I was able to take him out. My teammate took out that guy, and I just started taking shots on anybody who was spawning. Took out this guy with a shotgun, and I juked this guy with a nice blink, and then slid in and shotgun melee'd him for a nice cleanup. Fortunately, I only had 1 bullet left in the mag there, so I couldn't kill that guy. Now here I saw on the radar there was a bunch of enemies in front of me, so I got ready for a standoff. Got a quick double piece here, just put down a rift and got ready for another engagement, which is good because somebody peeked with their low range driver, and I was able to flick over onto him and take him out before I died. So if you did watch my video about how to play trials on this map, you know my start. It's to come here to mid, throw my Axion right down here, and get ready with their hand cannon, which is exactly what I did. I tapped that guy, and then my nade got another kill right there. Again, I was watching my radar and I saw somebody out to my left, so I decided to blink out, slide in, and with 1 shotgun blast, take him out. I saw his buddy was right in front of me, so I was able to fight these guys too and take both of them out for a nice triple piece. I was looking towards their spawn with my radar as well and saw that there were some people in front of me, so I threw a nice Axion down and started shooting at him, but my Axion went ahead and cleaned it up for me. I got a little too aggressive and overzealous, which was my downfall, but that's alright. On this play I had just picked up the power ammo, so I intended to use it. Unfortunately, this little Witherhorde sneaky boy threw that at me. I threw the last shot out, and I knew if I had the correct target acquisition, we could kill all these 3 guys. Which my teammates helped out, took the other one out, and I was able to get him, pick up his special. Now in this play though, I really like to show off how good this hand cannon is. Got some nice taps to my teammate there, and unfortunately my teammate was getting really riddled with bullets, so I took the lead and took this guy out for him. We looked at the radar and saw nobody was in C anymore, but they were coming from mid, so we got ready, aimed at our sights, and with some nice team shots, took this guy out instantly. Now here's another time where I'm blinking out a toilet bowl here, looking at my radar, turned around because I saw somebody on my radar, and actually out my teammate by taking this guy out, and he just fell into his own Witherhorde. I saw somebody on my radar towards mid, so I was going towards there, but unfortunately, he threw his stasis ult, I bounced against the wall and shattered into a million pieces. Now here I saw this man in front of me, so I decided to start chasing him. I took 2 shotgun shots and was able to take him out. I saw people to my left on the radar, but before I re-engaged, I made sure I reloaded my shotguns. Now I took a body shot and a headshot on him, was able to pull my shotgun out because I have the quick draw and take this guy out. I was looking at my radar and saw they were also capturing C-side, so I decided to slide in. He was already low, so I was able to one-tap him. Now, before this guy ran up on my right, I decided to approach on him and took him out with a shotgun blast and a powered melee. I decided to blink back into cover so that I wouldn't get riddled with bullets, and then I took another peek. Unfortunately, this guy knew he could use the Chaos Reach to take me out, so that put a stop to my run. Now, this isn't a very complicated play, but it's a really good example of how you can use your blink in combat. If you do a quick blink just like that, you can go right over their heads and take them out before they even know what hit them. Now, in this play, I had just spawned in. I saw some guys in front of me. Unfortunately, they were in a stag rift, so I knew it was going to take some extra damage, but I wanted to take them out. This guy ran forward like a maniac, so I was able to take him out easily, and my teammates got some nice team shots, took this guy out. I saw somebody under me on my radar, so I jumped over the doorway, then slid back, so he wouldn't know which side I was going to be on. Now, this guy really wanted to face off with me, even did his throwing knife, but I just didn't want to deal with it. But I saw somebody was over here on the site, so what I did is I blinked forward. Before he even knew his own name, I took him out. Now, in this play, I decided to preemptively use my Nova Warp. The enemy does pop his silence and squall on me, but my teammate also pops his, so in combination we were able to take out both these guys. I saw some guys over to my right, so I went through tube here and blinked through, and there's actually a golden gun, but I was able to juke all around him and only take 1 shot, and with a full charge of my Nova Warp, take him out. Coming up here, I was just staring down towards B. This guy was in a stag rift. I decided to blink behind him and take him out with a quick shotgun melee. Saw somebody else from radar, so I went around the corner and took him out too. Now this is a really good display of how good quick draw is. I was able to triple tap this guy, and then quick draw to my shotgun and take this guy straight out of a storm trance. I used my blink to back up really quickly, and then turned around and used my quick draw on my Igneous to take a nice headshot on that guy and finish him off. Now in this next play, I'm fighting a guy in a stag rift, but I decided I couldn't take him out without dying. So what I did is I used my blink to get over this doorway, so I wouldn't take any shots through it. And then I blinked through here to get a really nice rotation and get up behind this guy and take him out, use my radar, saw this other guy, and took him out before he even knew where he was. Now I wanted to show you this because I was so confused by it, and what I've settled on is that my teammate slides on my head here and kills me somehow. So, that's crazy to me. Now in this play I was running past the middle here and somebody shot at me, so I knew I could turn around and take him out with my shotgun, which is exactly what I did. I saw his friends in front of me. Instead of using my shotgun here, I just decided to no warp because if I didn't, I was most certainly going to die. I blinked forward because I saw there was more enemies in front of me and got a really nice blink all the way to mid here to take this guy out. Now I wanted to challenge this because I knew I could knock him out of his super, but I started taking too much damage, so I used my shifts to get around the wall and then blink back towards mid so I could get out of combat. Now I let myself recover and then I reloaded my shotgun so I could go back in because my allies were holding down the lane here. Took him out with a shotgun, looked at my radar, shot this next guy, and took him out as well for a nice little end to our play. Now this is our last play, and in it I was stuck in the cubby, so I had to do whatever I could to just try to survive. I took this guy out because I knew he was going to peek, and then I took a 3-shot down here and was able to 3-tap this guy, and I quick drawed out my shotgun because I thought the teammate might rush, but he did not. Which, my blink was really nice. I was able to land right on that guy, and looked at my radar and decided to turn around. I got a little deep though, and although I was able to kill this last guy, that's all I got out of the run before his teammates collapsed on me and took me out. Well, I hope you learned something new and might be inclined to try this loadout for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload in the future. I highly recommend giving these weapons a go for yourself, as the mixture of range and close combat can make for some amazing plays. All that being said, it's time for me to wrap this one up. Have a great day, Guardians.